There's a common idea that progress comes from motivation. You hear it everywhere. Uh, People say things like, "I just need to get motivated again. I'm waiting until I feel ready. I'll start when I get my motivation back." But motivation is one of the least reliable forces we have. It fluctuates constantly. Some days you wake up energized and focused. Other days you're tired, distracted, or even overwhelmed. If progress depended entirely on motivation, very little would ever happen consistently. And that's where constructive processes become important. Motivation is emotional energy. And emotional energy rises and falls throughout the day. It's influenced by things like sleep, stress, workload, diet, relationships, even down to the weather. So if your habits depend on motivation, your habits will constantly break. You'll train hard for a few weeks, then you'll stop. You'll work intensely for a period, and then you'll burn out. You'll make big plans, but struggle to maintain them. This isn't failure of character, it's simply how human behaviour works. Which is why relying on motivation is usually a mistake. Structure solves a different problem. Structure removes the daily negotiation with yourself. Instead of asking, "Do I feel like training today?" the answer already exists. Your training time is scheduled. Instead of wondering, "When should I work on this?" your work blocks are defined. Instead of hoping you'll rest properly, recovery becomes part of the routine. Structure reduces the number of decisions you need to make, and fewer decisions mean less mental friction. This is why many high-performing people rely on structured routines, not because they're rigid, but because it removes unnecessary variability. When behaviour becomes structured, something interesting happens. Progress becomes predictable. Not because everything goes perfectly, but because consistently everything improves. Instead of occasional bursts of effort, you get regular repetition. Training 3 times per week, working in focus blocks, recovering properly, tracking the progress. Each individual action might feel small, but when those behaviours repeat over months or even years, they compound. And compounding behaviours create long-term change, not through intensity, but through consistency. One of the reasons people struggle with structure is because it feels boring. There's nothing dramatic about it. No sudden breakthroughs, no bursts of excitement. It's simply repetition. The same behaviours at similar times, day after day. But that repetition is exactly what allows improvement to happen, because the body adapts through repeated exposure, and the mind adapts through repeated behaviour. Structure gives those adaptations time to occur. I'll leave this closing thought with you. Motivation will always come and go. Some days it will be strong, other days it will disappear completely. Structure doesn't depend on how you feel, it simply provides a framework for action, a place where the right behaviours can repeat. And over time, those behaviours shape the results, not through intensity, but through consistency. And consistency is where real progress happens. And that is the equilibrium method. Be well, be safe.